Well, howdy, and glad to have y'all back again. Well, we're still doing some work on these F units, and I'm getting ready to take the powered unit apart. I've already done the work on the unpowered unit, and I've already got the okay, I need to get on that. Oh, that might not be so easy, huh? The front truck is getting a little bit uppity here. Nothing else is really in the way of that screw, but that front truck, it's got the coupler giving it a problem. Alrighty. I went ahead and used that KD on there. Alrighty. What we're going to do is we're going to pull this rear coupler off. And basically I got to drill a hole and put a screw in it, or a peg or whatever. I've already mounted the drawbar, which turns out my junk box had some interesting things in it. One of my junk boxes did. I told you about the junk boxes I picked up at the train show one year. Just when I was getting back into model railroading. And this one had a couple of drive rods or connecting rods in it for O-scale steam locomotive. I thought, well, I wonder. So guess what I'm using for a drawbar? Alrighty, that should, yeah, it came right off. Alright. Now on these, we have to discombobulate this motor from the rear truck in order to get the rear truck out enough that I can work on it. These, the powered units have a hex screw or a screw of some kind on there. Let's see, I think it was this one here. And let's see here. I had to use it to get the front one off anyway, so oh, that's not it. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Alrighty. Man, I'm getting a bunch of screws and washers and stuff sitting up here. All right. All righty. Okay, now we've got that out enough. We can get that coupler out, we hope. Okay, there it is. And once we got that coupler out, then we can go right back together with it. There we go. All right, and there it is. All right, we can go right back together with it. I don't need to lubricate it. I did that the other day when I had these out. And now I just got to get it back together. This is a little tricky. These things, they don't like to be friendly with you. Okay. Yeah, that's totally. They're just using regular body screws on the to hold the. Oh, come on, really? To hold the trucks on the dummy unit, whereas this has a much more precise screw. Okay, and she's in there. All right. All right. Where's my? There it is. I'll tell you what. It's. All right. We got that coupler out. Basically, what we need to do is drill a hole back here, but we got to figure out where we're going to drill that hole. So, what I'm going to do here is go get the other unit, get this area cleaned up a little bit. Get this area kind of cleaned up a little bit, and then we'll take and get ready to drill that hole. We'll get a good mark in there and everything. So let's go ahead and set this on its side. I don't think I'm going to have to do it. I'm probably not going to have to worry about cutting that off of that truck, even though I had to on the dummy unit, because the dummy was, yeah, that screw that held the coupler on just stripped, trying to get it out. Okay. Maybe I should put the body back on. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put the body back on. And before we do that, let's take a look at our wires here. What you can see, what we got coming out of here is some dual wires, some dual blue wires from each motor, and some dual white wires. Oh, okay, I see how that, oh, okay, okay. Now each of them goes to the circuit board. But the reason there are dual wires on the front is because these are going, they get the one white wire and one blue wire coming to the back of these units. So, when we go to make it DC, we're going to have to figure out where these wires plug into. We're also going to have to figure out if it's the red and black wires that go into the that's red and whatever going into the trucks. They screw right there, so that's a good thing. So we're going to have to figure that all out. When I go to make this DC, and there's plenty of, the cool thing is that you can see that there's plenty of wire in here to work with. Yeah, we're not dealing with just real short wires that are just long enough to reach the... Alrighty. There we go. Goes right on. And let's see here, I got my screws back here. Got my screwdriver right here. Okay, get back in there now. Don't give me a hard time. They go together pretty well, pretty easily. They're not hard. These are not difficult engines to work on, unless you're trying to make things work for you, like getting the coupler in good and solid. Fixed coupler syndrome. Alrighty. See, the secret, of course, when you go to put the pilot in and make that a solid pilot, or make it a fixed pilot anyway, so it doesn't swing around on every curve with the trucks. Okay. And we've got our engine back together. Pretty easy to do, if you ask me. Alrighty. Now, basically, we need to brush stuff out of the way so that I don't end up with marring the paint or the plastic. Alrighty. Alright, let's see how far apart we are. Well, that's 1 to 25th scale there. That ain't going to work. I need the 1 to 48th scale. Alright. Units are sitting just a hair over 3 feet apart. That's good enough. That's good enough. Now, we need to mark that. And I don't know where any of my marking pins are other than a really big one that doesn't like to mark anything. But... and I did, yeah, it's right here. Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's see if we can even get in there with it. Figures. Alright. No, that ain't what I wanted. Alright, back a little bit. Alright. And we want to be sure we get right in the center there. So, Let me go ahead and get my drill. And we shall be off and running here. You know what? I went and put the shell back on. And I done screwed it down. I'm going to have to pull it off again. Don't that figure? Gee, Gary. Yeah, I'm not using the Dremel drill here. All right. All right, we want to be right about well, I don't want to work like that. Let's see here. Oh, come on now. Okay, that's the worst part is over. All right, now we gotta pull the shell off again. All right, I'm betting you I'm right under that rear light thing too. All right, we could probably take and drive a screw in from this direction, but nah, why do that? All right, now what do I do with my screwdriver? Let's see, I see it's gotten up and walked off all on its own. Oh, it's over here. Alright, now, this time we don't have to pull the motor, though. We don't have to pull one of the motors. All we gotta do is get the shell off. So that I have access to the hole from upside. And this one here is the one that wants to give me trouble, naturally. Come on now. I guess my pilots are not on as straight as I thought. Okay, and we're just going and going here, aren't we? I'm sure that my hole there is big enough to put a little bit smaller screw through, have it kind of land on the other side, get it through there, you know, and be able to, if it's good, if it's a fairly tight fitting screw, I'm still going to put some super glue on it, and that'll of course help hold it in place forever, hopefully. And let's get the shell back off. just going to pretend that that's all a part of it. You got to keep, you know, it's kind of like when you watch those car restoration shows, you know, they pull the engine, they put the engine back in, test it out, and they pull the engine again, and then they pull the engine in training again. Or if it's like DD Speed Shop, you keep pulling the engines out of everything and putting them in everything else. Alrighty. Let's see, what have I got here? Okay, well, let's see, I'm not going to be able to screw that in from the top, not with that light there. I guess I could pull the light temporarily. Oh, don't that figure. Really, who thought this was a good idea? Oh, no, that ain't gonna work. Man, how'd they get that in there? Well, I know with smaller screwdrivers, but... Okay. Yeah, I figured as much. All right. Talk about teeny tiny. All right, now we need to get a screw down in there. Well, let's see if this fits. Oh, I'm moving stuff around down here. That one might be just a hair tight. Okay. Okay. Now we need it far enough down in there to, and it's good and solid into the metal, which is a good thing. Yeah, I know, it's kind of self-tapping itself. They do that, you know. We don't have to take it all the way down though. Okay. But we want it down far enough that it will do what it needs to do. So, let's see if it will hook up. And if we've got it hooked up, then we'll see how it runs on the track. Oh yeah, easier said. What do you know? Well, I'd say that's looking pretty darn good. Yeah, I know, y'all wanted to see me put couplers back there, didn't you? Be more prototypical. Let me tell you something, there's nothing unprototypical about using drawbars between two F units. back when they were selling the when the FT was the big one on the market, which was the first, EMD's first, they would have them semi-permanently coupled together on the AB units. So it's a good thing to know that we've got it. Alrighty. Alright, now let's see if I can get this back in there. We'll get this side tight anyway. Okay, what we need is some super glue. Oh, you gotta be joking, right? And the super glue, since this thing threaded itself in, that super glue is going to hold it just fine. Alrighty. We're good to go there. And we're just about ready to put the body shell back on again. Alright. So, the wiring is going to be an issue when it comes to the when it comes to doing any electrical conversions on this. But once we do the electrical conversion, there won't be any more of this nonsense of taking and having to keep playing with it, will there? Alrighty, let's see here. Okay, time to put her back. Oh, you kidding me, right? You people are killing me. Okay, you parts are killing me. Alrighty. And, like you saw before, it's fairly easy to put back together. Just be sure you don't lose your screws. Come on. Don't be busting things up now. One of the things when you're dealing with plastic shells like this, that you don't want to do is you don't want to sit there and crank down on it when that screw gets tight. You just want to snug it up. And that's true whether you're restoring an old Lionel or working on a brand new MTH or a brand new Atlas O. Because you're still dealing with plastic shells a lot of the time. You get them good and snug, and that's all you do. You don't tighten them down. You don't crank down on them where where it could mess things up. Alrighty. Well, I guess there's just one thing left to do, isn't there? And by George, it's definitely time to have the chief run. Okay, it's time. The time is now, the Tampa Chief is now boarding for Parts South in Tampa, Florida. Okay, we're not in Tampa, but the train is close enough, even though it's a Santa Fe Chief. This is the Tampa division of the Santa Fe Super Chief, okay? We've got to understand that. Alrighty, shall we make her go? I don't have too good a traction without those traction tires in there. I guess I should put the traction tires back in, shouldn't I? But look at how much better those engines look. So much closer together, like they should be. Okay. Whoops. Okay, we ended up with a short here. All right. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on. You know, one thing I may do is just take the damn rollers off the bottom of that dummy unit. They're not needed there, that's for sure. But there was enough oomph behind that train when I went to go stop it. I mean, it knocked that front truck off, or the front truck of the dummy unit right off the track. I hope I didn't do it again. Nope, all right. station. We're going to have to get that thing set up for DC pretty soon so that it gets, so I can just use the power pack or a throttle or something to actually slow it down to get some decent slow speed operation out of it. But as you can see, the units are working fine. They look much better, closer together and with, you know, fully solid pilots on them. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed this, so far enjoying the Menards madness, Menards mods madness. And that's what this is tonight, so enjoy it. It'll be released soon. Well, of course it will be. Alrighty, till next time, happy railroading.